Welcome to another episode of Midwest Diecast. On this episode, I will be taking this Shelby Collectible, I think that's what, Shelby Collectibles Gt350 apart. As you can see, I've already taken the screws out, so we don't have to go through that step. I'll be taking it apart, really letting you see inside of it, see the detail of the engine, and just giving an overview on how the whole vehicle is built. So, let's get into it and take this one apart. So we're going to start off by taking the body off, which I already took the screws out. So one of the things that you'll notice right out of the gate when you're taking the body off is mine was caught in the wire for the distributor. The hose was for the radiator. So if we get in here, you can see the radiator fan hose is right there. The radiator's kind of loose. I think it can, yeah, there we go. We'll slide it out of here. So there's the radiator, which is pretty good detail. I mean, they could have glued that on there maybe a little bit better. And then it looks like it might have been glued to the engine. It was already popped off when I got it. It's got the horns on the front, the radiator. Pretty good detail there. While we're here, we'll inspect the inside of the body. The battery is in there, nice period correct battery. The bag for the washer nozzle, or the washer fluid. You know, the lines for AC and stuff on the back wall, on the firewall. The strut tower brace is pretty nice in there. Monte Carlo brace. The hood opens really good on this. The bumper's pretty decent. These are one of my more favorite ones with just the way the detail is on these. The door panels are nice. The dash, pretty high detail on the dash as far as the gauges. Even the gauges have numbers on them. I think this one says it's got 1,966 miles on it. Nice tack on the dash. I don't know if, see if we can see that. As far as, there ain't nothing in the trunk, it's on this side. All around pretty good. I mean, the body is nice. The windows are decent. They could maybe use a little bit more cleaning so they aren't so hazy though. I think it'd be cool if, in my opinion, if somebody could make a tint kit for these windows so you could tint the windows on them. I think would be a nice touch to a model. Take it apart and tint the windows on it. Now I've got this model from a guy. It should have been in one of the previous episodes, so go back and check that out. It's got a little bit of damage. There's a scratch here, a little ding there on front of the scoop. Bear with me on this video. It's kind of awkward having the camera next to you. A few little things on the hood. Other than that, the body's not too bad. I didn't pay a whole lot for it. And when you buy something that's out of the box, you just kind of got to expect that it's going to have a little bit of damage to it. As far as this part, the seats on here are really nice. They move. The seat belts are more of a rubbery texture. The steering wheel moves. It's got the nice pedals in there. The engine's got a lot of detail to it, as far as, you know, showing the number at the top where it says it's got a 289 in it. It's showing, you know, it's Cobra powered by Ford. I mean, the carburetors have high detail, the headers do, the fan. These are pretty nice units. Even the bottom of the engine, or the oil pan has Cobra on the side of it, which is pretty nice. Like I said, the seats move. That one just got stuck, so I got that going for me. Let's take this out of the way. I'll have to remember how to put that back when I get in there. So this goes in here, which moves the front tires around, and then of course it locks in here and then locks into the bottom of the dash. And you got a nice trunk mat in the back with the spare tire. This is Goodyear to match the outside. Rim matches. Now if you want, you can get in here and grab a screwdriver. And you should be able to, let's take this out. Let's just take it all the way apart. Let's see what we can get into here. As long as I can remember how to put it back together. I'm sure I'll end up with all the extra screws, so that's always a plus. So take that. So that drops that whole thing out. Pretty good setup. I mean, it looks good. I like the coloring on it. Add a little bit of a detail to it. Those just fall off, so I got that. Put these over here. And I would imagine, I can't see, and I don't feel like pulling it apart. No, let me see, I might be able to pop this out. Yeah, so they do have some sort of brake setup where it does look like they tried to put a caliper there. And with these wheels, the wheels are kind of, you can't really see through them, so I don't blame them for not putting a whole lot of detail into that. I put this back on there before I don't know what it does. Do that. Put this over here. Now, as far as the engine goes, see, it should be, so it's sitting and it's loose. Okay, so we'll take this out. So we take this out, which should bring the engine out. There we go. So there's the engine. Pretty good detail. I like the way the headers go back. So let's see if we can get a little bit of an up close and personal there. I don't know how well it can show or how well it's coming out, but I mean, I like how they do these. These are nice. If you get into like a GMP, you can order a different engine for this, which would be a cool car to do this with. I might think about looking into that. Maybe get I seen the other day you can order like a 5.0 or a Coyote for it, which would be kind of cool to do. Maybe a little resto mod action in it. I would imagine that this engine, oh, there's another screw. Let's see what this screw does. So it looks like it's going to take the transmission, split it in half and pull it apart. Which I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like messing with trying to put it back together. So I'm just going to screw it back down. So, like I said, it'd be kind of cool. I've got another one. I don't know. I think it's got a. I'll have to see what engine's in it. Maybe I'll pull the engine out of it. It's a. I think it's a 13 Gt500. That's a loose one that's kind of in rough shape. Maybe I'll see about pulling the engine out and putting it into this one. We could do that in a video. Maybe some different wheels or something like that. And put in the comment if you'd like to see maybe an engine swap in this car. And put that over there. All right, let's see here. The exhaust in here. So it's not bad. You can see the exhaust is coming back. It's got some tips pointing straight down. You know, they detailed the shocks with orange. There's got to be a way to, oh, there they are. Some of the screws are bigger and some are smaller. So let's, this is just this, they needed all this screw in there, that's for sure. Oh, come on, help me understand. Alright, well apparently that screw does not want to come out of there. Let's try to put it, come on. There we go. So this should, in a perfect world, snap out of there now. Or is there something underneath the mat? That's what I wanted to do. Move the rest of these screws elsewhere so I don't knock any more off. Oh. Okay, so those shocks have to come out. Which, as you just seen, one went flying. So let's see if we can pop it out. Should have got me a flathead screwdriver. Come on, get in there. There you go. So now, push that out. That shock's out. The other one over there on the floor. It's primarily why I like using the Phillips screwdriver, because it does allow me a point to push on. Okay, now what's caught? Okay, come on. There you go. Alright. Now the rear end is out of the car. And this is, I mean, that's heavy duty right there. Drive shafts is attached to it. Not sure, they probably just, the wheels probably just pull off. I don't really want to mess with that. Just put that over there. And as far as the exhaust goes, it looks like it probably just snaps out of there also, if you wanted to go that route. take it all the way down. So now, minus taking the trunk out, which I have really no use to do. Looks like it's just the mat. And you've got a few component parts up here, suspension parts and mounts and stuff. You know, I mean, I think we've got most of this apart. You know, I feel like this trunk liner still does come out, but looks like you gotta push down in there and probably pop it out. Then I'm assuming that you can take the spare tire off from there. So, but that's it. I mean, we've pretty well taken this one completely apart, minus a few little pieces, and minus taking the interior any further apart than what it is. You can take the seats out on these. When I do those, I like to warm that up a little bit, that plastic weld that's on there, warm it up, pull the seats out, and then you can sometimes use that plastic again so you don't have to glue them back in. Just in case you ever want to find one with Recaros in it or something like that and do a seat swap. So, but that's it. Like I said, let me know if you guys want to see maybe an engine swap done in this thing. I think it'd be kind of cool with something other than that, and then I could put that, be weird, and put it in a 13 GT500 or something. So, well, that's it. Like, subscribe, let me know what you guys think. Guys have a good one.